Welcome back to Inside the Bears, brought to you by Jimmy John's.
Bears running back Matt Forte helped make a special 14-year-old's dream come true. In partnership with the Make-A-Wish Foundations of both Illinois and Orange County, California, the Bears granted the wish of Lucas Ellinger, who battled cancer for more than 3 years.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Hallis Hall. I'm
Thank
Caroline.
you. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Lucas.
Nice to meet you, Lucas.
Lucas's father, Doug, was born and raised in Chicago. Lucas has grown up in California rooting for the Bears, and he loves the team's history.
James, imagine hoisting this up.
Yeah, I just want to touch it. Just touch it once.
Like running the field. Yeah!
Lucas was diagnosed with leukemia in July 2010, and his last treatment was in November 2013. He is now in remission after enduring treatments for over 3 years.
They have Sharpies.
As practice came to a close, Lucas knew he'd soon be meeting most of the team.
I'm like really nervous and excited at the same time.
And what are you going to ask them, and what are you hoping to get signed here?
I'm hoping to get a football signed, but I don't know what I'm going to ask him yet. Kind of gonna wing it.
What's up, Lucas?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
You too.
What's up, big guy?
Hey.
Doing all right?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
How you doing, Luke?
Good, how are you?
Good,
They call you Luke?
Nah, you're
Yeah.
Luke, where you at? 26, baby. Have fun today.
I will.
Hey,
Thank
steal
you.
everybody's stuff.
A little colder here, huh?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great, man. Lucas.
Hey.
You got it. My signature's not going to work much, so probably make your shirt depreciate. I got gifts for you. All right, you guys are always.
Lucas, was that a pretty unforgettable couple minutes there with all the players?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'll never forget that in my life. They were all pretty tall. I was like, whew, they're a lot taller than they are on TV. And I just like didn't know who was signing who, and then I just caught faces. I knew who they were.
You don't want those gloves, you want these gloves. Baby.
Okay. Wow. Thank you.
What was that like, just as a dad, just to see like these Bears players coming up to him?
It was overwhelming, definitely. That's why I took a step back. I mean, it's for him. And, you know, I'm a pretty big guy too, but they were bigger than I was. So it was good to see them all come up and surround him like that. It was a great feeling.
Lucas plays football for his high school and wears number 22, the same number as his favorite player, Matt Forte. How's that make you feel when you hear that you're his favorite player?
I'm honored to meet him. You know, I always want to meet, you know, the young fans, especially all over the place, and for him to come all the way from California is big. And for me to be his favorite player out of all these guys on the practice field that he just saw, I'm his favorite. You know, it makes me feel honored, man, to go through cancer like that and survive and go through treatments for 3 years, and people just kind of look at it and they just, you know, brush it off like, oh yeah, he survived and this and that. But I mean, you got to be a strong person to be able to do something like that, and you know, I have the utmost respect for you, and you know, I'm always praying for you too.
Thank you.
What did you think about meeting Matt Forte?
No words can describe that. That was one of the greatest things that happened in my life. I expected all of them to be cool guys, and they were.
Lucas also has something in common with offensive lineman Kyle Long.
I go to Dana.
Nice to meet
and
you,
Coach
man.
Russ Inkovich coaches me.
Coach Russ.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah. Kyle Long, my coach coached him when he went to Saddleback, and then for a year, and then he transferred to Oregon.
This is an actual NFL player contract, the same contract they signed. Check to make sure your name is spelled correctly.
That's great. Always been a Chicago fan. Chicago's in my heart, although we live in a different state. It's great being back here. We're just happy to be here with him, and it was great to see all the Bears come up to him and you know, surround him and all participate and be part of something that he, you know, they made his wish come true, which is great.
Is the family?
Yeah.
Lucas, how you doing?
It's an honor to meet you.
So, Anthony, Lucas was saying how excited he was to go to Soldier Field during his trip in Chicago, but I'll give you one guess what he kept mentioning that he just couldn't wait to do in Chicago.
To meet me.
No.
Probably what it was.
Eat the food. Eat the great food in Chicago. I mean,
Yeah.
how many choices are there?
So many. I mean, you got the hot dogs, you got deep dish pizza.
So
you got
good.
bacon.
Whew.
Bacon.
Gotta have bacon
No,
everywhere.
I didn't know
in the
Chicago
world.
was known for bacon, but
It is.
for double A,
Yeah,
Chicago's
I,
known
always,
for
I
bacon.
go to no restaurants unless they have bacon.
So I
Gotta
hope
have bacon.
Lucas got some really good food while he was here. It's not too
Oh,
hard in
I'm
Chicago.
sure he did. And he got a chance to meet me.